Hi everyone, my name is Jason and welcome back to another 3ds Max tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you how to use Boolean and the 6 different varieties and parameters that you can use for each of the objects. So as you can see here, I've pre-organized 6 boxes and 6 spheres. So you would need one main object to use as the Boolean parameter there, and then you would need you either need an intersecting or another object that can relate to the Boolean. So you can do this with any type of object. For this, I'm just using a box and a sphere or any sort of geometry or shape. Depending on what your project and your needs are, you can do it with whatever you like. I'm just showing you how to use each tool. So we want to first by clicking on your first box here, and then going on to, you then want to click on your first box here, and then go on to create geometry, and then your drop down menu, you want to go compound objects. Then your Boolean will be on the bottom right here. So you just want to click on that. And then, as we said, the first one will be union. This operand here unifies the volume of both objects. Intersecting and overlapping the portions of the geometry is basically disregarded. So as you can see here, we'll just click union, add operands, and then you'll click on your sphere here. As you can see, it also changes the same color as your previous box, so it'll basically match the same parameters together. So there's no overlapping or intersecting, as you can see. It's just basically merged them all together or unified them together. We will then move on to merge, which is the next one here. So again, I'm going to click on the box, go to Boolean, and then I want to go to merge. So merge intersects and combines two meshes without removing any of the original polygons. So new edges will be created for this where the objects actually intersect. So we'll click on merge and then add operands, and then click on that as well. Again, similar to how union was, they're very similar, but as you can see, it's actually got the intersecting point where the sphere has actually extruded out of the shape compared to that side as well. So a bit different in that regard. So next will be intersect. This is probably the most useful one alongside subtract. So this is probably one you'd find and tend to use the most. So again, click on the box, click Boolean on compound objects, and then we'll go to intersect. Then we'll go add operands, and then you click on your object that you're intersecting with, and then we'll click that. As you can see, it is intersects the overlapping volume to both original objects, and then the geometry is actually disregarded, so then you're left with this final piece of shape. This is good if you want to really add detail and effect to a building or design. This will actually intersect, obviously, the objects together or multiple objects if need be. So as you can see, this is a interesting shape by all means, but that's what intersect actually does. So the next one will be attach. Again, we've clicked on our box, we've clicked on Boolean, we're going to go add operands. Attach combines multiple objects into one without affecting their topology. They basically remain separate elements, but they're basically compounded into the one. So again, we'll press the shape, and then again, they're basically the same object combined, but both the different objects as well. If you wanted to modify that, you could do that, and they will both change. We will next move on to subtract. So again, like I spoke about the intersect, this is another one which we'll use more often, and I find to be one of the best ones out of all. Again, click the box, Boolean, subtract, add operands, and then click your object. This will subtract the object from your original shape or geometry. As you can see, it's created like a dome inside my box. This would be great for if you want to add a perspective or a opening for a building, or add an alley or passage into your building. This is something I use quite often, and I feel is a really useful tool that we use in architecture and design, so I feel like this is a great tool to use. And then the last one being insert. So we'll click on the box, same procedure, insert, add operands, and then click on your object. So insert subtracts the bounding shape of the operand to the new operand, so leaving the shape unaffected by the operation. As you can tell by the name, it just inserts the object into one another. Again, something very similar to some of the other ones, but the parameters also change by that. But another useful tool which you might find if you need to insert some objects into each other, maybe for a facade or a building layout. And that is all for the Boolean tool. I hope you've enjoyed, and thanks for watching.